Hey everyone, John here from School of Trade. Today we're going to be taking a look at a buy off of a Megaphone low. Now, the overall bounce off the Megaphone low, this is kind of I guess the safest way into it is the best way that I can describe this one. The reason why I say that is we have a very obvious Megaphone on the top, but then the bottom is a little bit shaky, right? We blow through the lows right there. It doesn't show like it really wants to bounce there a whole lot. And then we get this massive fire higher. When they come back and they bounce off of that level again, now it's got my interest. I wasn't so interested in buying down here because I really wasn't sure, is it actually a Megaphone low? It doesn't look that great, So now that we have that pullback and a bounce off of the lows, we're seeing a reason to get into the long side at 40.61. So that is my entry point. And I'm looking primarily just back up to the Megaphone highs. So right now the Megaphone high is at 93, so that is going to be my objective. Now, as more and more candles form, we will have to tweak our target slightly, I'm not expecting this to go up all in one candle. So the further and further along we go, the wider and wider the target will get, but that's a good thing because that means that our risk reward just keeps getting better. So overall, setting up really nicely. I like this push back up in for a little inside bounce there, using it as support for the entry at 61, looking up to 93. Seeing the bulls coming in pretty aggressively here, I am locking my stop into 40.51 because primarily we saw the bears try and they completely fell apart. And now we're seeing the buyers just swarm into this move. The Megaphone high, wow, what's going on? The Megaphone high is at 40.95. We have a very large move up and coming across the news wires, we're getting something coming out from OPEC talking about something. So we may be in for a little bit of a bigger move here. With this news coming in, I'm going to lock my stop to break even. So we'll put the stop to break even here at 62. I want to see what happens here. Given this news coming out from OPEC, the initial reaction has been very, very bullish. So I want to make sure that I want to be along for the ride if this thing all of a sudden explodes on us. This is the top of the Megaphone. So if I don't get much continuation through the high, then I'm just going to take my profit right at the Megaphone highs. But if we do explode through the highs, then I want to make sure to get my target where I can. So you can see the order is in my hand right now. I've got it in my hand and I'm waiting just to see what the market tells me to do here. The normal profit taking area that we would be looking for is around 94 to 95. So, again, if it doesn't blow off through the highs like I'm looking for based on the news here, then we'll just look to get our fill at 94, 95 like we were before. We're not really getting a whole lot of follow through here. The candle slowed down a decent amount, but we've got the stop locked in at break even, so we're not giving anything back at all. And now we're just kind of waiting to see what this candle wants to do. So far, it's kind of an interesting move. We're testing the objective area and we're blowing through. So this is the blow through that we really wanted to see here. Let's see what they can muster. Now, one thing that you can do based on a blow off here, if they really just go crazy and go flying higher, you can always lock your stop in to where you wanted to take profit anyway. That way, if it goes further up, you're able to get out with your profit target. So we can see here they are respecting these highs and they're coming in a little bit more aggressively there. So it doesn't look like we're going to get that blow off that we were looking for. Let's see if they can come back and hit that level one more time. All right, we're back again. This is their last chance to kind of blow this move off here, and if it doesn't, then I'm just going to look to move my target down to 95. They're pinning to the highs, so let's do that. Let's lock the stop in at 95 just so we don't give anything back, and we're getting a big move up through the highs here. Look at this thing just run. Let's see how far they want to go here. Once we start seeing them slow down, oh, that was a big pop. Let's exit right there. Perfect. Beautiful move up. That's exactly what we were looking for. I exited on that big pop. A lot of times when you get that big slap through the highs like that, that usually signals close to the end of the move or at least an internal correction that's going to happen. Beautiful slide through the highs. It's exactly what we were looking for. I got out at 18 on that little pop, but man, it doesn't look like it's done yet. So I got filled at 18 on that move. I saw that little pop and I wanted to get out. Gorgeous follow through on the Megaphone off the lows. And that goes to show you that, if it doesn't look that good, just wait, because if it is going to be a good setup, it'll probably come back for you anyway, and we get that beautiful bounce off of the Megaphone lows. And if you waited even more, you had even more conviction here when the sellers fell apart, and then look at that reaction all the way up. So absolutely phenomenal movement off the lows of the Megaphone, and that's going to do it for me. So if you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade. Don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com, and as always, we'll catch you next time.